Hey, you guys. It's your favorite little keto goofball diamond. And if I'm not, subscribe because you're new here. And if you're not new here, sorry. Today is day 1244, I think, of my ketogenic journey. I really need to look because I've gotten out of the habit this particular part of the year. Anyway, guys and dolls, I'm going to show you what I ate yesterday. I'll be right back with a chit chat and a weigh in and so much more. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and ring that bell. It's time to rant, rave, and misbehave Keto Diamond style. I'm not exactly happy with all this. Lunchtime with the hubster. Lunch with hubby. Getting really strict with myself today. Having a triple baconator, no bun, add tomato. How is that strict? Because I eat this all the time. I am hell-bent to not take even a single french fry. That's how it's different. So, wait, they better put me some napkins in here. Anyway, that's what I'm having for lunch. Or late lunch, I'm having rotisserie chicken and some ranch. Alright, so I didn't record everything I ate yesterday. But it was all keto, although for all the good it did me. Okay. Yesterday, I started out strong. I had a triple baconator, no bun, add tomato. I have decided now that I'm going to start taking the tomato off and just not adding tomato. Because they can be a little carby, even though it's just one slice. Really don't necessarily need it. I do like the way it improves the taste, but don't necessarily need it. Then, while I was at Walmart, those ranch wings were calling my name. I did not get the ranch wings. I did, however, get a small rotisserie chicken that I intended to bring home and share with Corey and Destiny, but they had already ate. So, I ate the entire small rotisserie chicken with Kraft ranch dressing. Part of me was thinking I could go back to the way I used to eat when I first started keto, which was the hot wings and the rotisserie chicken and the Kraft ranch. The other part of me knows that those really aren't for me anymore, and I think it's mostly because I took them out of my diet. If I had continued to eat them the entire time, probably wouldn't be a big deal. But now that I haven't ate them in a while, it's a big deal. Or I think to my body it is anyway. So, it's maddening. It really is. And it really, like I said, the rotisserie chicken that I got was a really small bird. Wasn't a big one at all. Basically 2 legs, 2 wings, and a little bit of a small breast kind of deal. I'm sure there was thighs somewhere, but I don't think I ate the thighs. Not that I didn't see them. But probably overdid the ranch. And then later in the evening, Destiny and Brian had went out. Well, Destiny had went out with me to get a heater. We needed another heater for the house. And she decided to stop by Wendy's, and she bought me another Baconator with no bun. Just a regular one this time. The 2 patties, some bacon, and some cheese. So, the only thing I can think of that caused me to go up, and I did go up again. Ew, it's so ungodly to have this much water weight on me. I know that I'm fat right this minute. I know that I'm holding water weight, a lot of it. It's all in my thighs and my butt cheeks too. It might be in my face a little bit too, but it's definitely in my thighs and my hips, because my pants are all tight there. Not in the waistline. They're tight in the thighs and the butt cheeks, which until like a month or so ago, I would never have thought I was holding fluid in those areas. But when I get the fluid off of me, my pants get looser in those areas again, and they're not tight. So I was like, I know it's coming from that. So I did not record my weigh-in. I was also awake for a little while, but I was sitting in the bed, goofing off of my phone. So I might have actually weighed a little less than this morning, but not a lot. I weighed in at 170 pounds, 0.2. 170.2. When I started 2020, I was like 171, or right in that range. Over the year, I've dropped down to 156.4, but over the last month or so, I've put on enough water weight, and primarily water weight. There might be a little fat there too, because it's been a little while since I've been back at my lowest. But I do know that over just the last several days, I've went up like 8 pounds. So I know for a fact that all 8 of that is water. And I need to flush it off. I don't think I actually went back into ketosis yesterday. I didn't feel like I did anyway. I didn't feel great, hypey, wonderful, joyous, and all that stuff. I was slightly irritated, so that was kind of a sign of coming back in, but I was only slightly. And usually when I get irritated while I'm coming back in ketosis, it's a couple hour thing where I really have to monitor my behavior so I don't, say stuff I don't mean, or I don't get angrier than I mean to, because it does happen to me. But I went up 0.8 yesterday. And who would have thought? My thought process on the rotisserie chicken. Now I want to go ahead and tell you guys, I believe they have both dextrose and maltodextrin in them. I'm not positive. I know it's got one or the other, but I think it might actually have both. And for some reason, everything in that Walmart deli has those things in them. And it's agitating. It really, really is. I wanted to get back on track. I wanted to lose at least 2 pounds every day for the next 6, well now 5. And instead I fluctuated up 0.8. So reaching the goal before the first of the year of getting all the fluid off of me might not be possible now. It might be. I mean, it is possible if it's strictly fluid to drop between 3 and 5 pounds. But it's not as likely as just dropping 2. So it's set me back a little bit more. I'm still going to work towards that goal. I want to get all the fluid off of me. I definitely want my pants to be a little looser in my thighs, since I've gotten all the clothes for my new body, unless I want to run around in my PJs all the time. Although I did have some that were a little loose on me. They're not something you'd want to wear all the time. So I definitely got to get this fluid off of me. My knees are also achy, but the weather's crazy too, so it could be partially that. And I can't wait for Corey to get back on track with me. She's back on track today. She's supposed to be back to keto today, but yesterday was her anniversary, or today. Anyway, it was their anniversary weekend. They're doing like a anniversary thing, and nothing much, nothing special, but they're still doing a little something. So she'll be weighing in with me hopefully tomorrow. I hope I've got something good to report, because at this point I do not have anything good to report for the whole weekly weigh-in thing. I'm definitely up. I'm not happy about it. I want people to understand I'm not miserable about it. My pants are a little miserable, but personally I'm not miserable. I know I'm going to drop it back off. I know I'm going to work hard towards it, but I want to work towards goals, especially coming in 2021. We don't know if the year is going to be better or worse than this one, or crazier than this one, but I want to try to make it better for myself as I can, as best. I messed that all up. I want to do the best I can for my personal self this coming year. And I intend to go to work where my husband works. He makes good money. He actually makes great money. He just doesn't bring home great money because of his insurance and everything, and his taxes and his 401k. But I won't have the insurance because I'm on his insurance, so I won't have to buy that for me. So I should be able to, bring in pretty good if I get hired. I think I should, though. They hired my son, and he's crazy. He's crazy too. So but he did have an advantage. He just had a job that he had worked for 3 years, and he hadn't lost his job. He put in a notice and started there, so he has that advantage. Whereas somebody like me, all I can put on my resume or whatever is I'm a housewife. I'm a housewife that doesn't sit down though, and that gets stuff done. So hopefully that'll help me. But it is a neat thing that I feel capable of going back to work. And I have since I started keto, really. Once I got the first 30 pounds off of me, I felt a lot healthier and a lot more like I could do more. And it's not just the weight, because keto improves your overall health as well. So I wasn't as sick all the time. I wasn't as bloated and pained all the time. And right this minute though, my kneecaps are saying we don't need to go to work, but they'll be fine. They'll be fine once the full ketosis kicks in and I get the fluid off of me. But it's just so remarkable to me, because usually it's the opposite of that. Usually over a 3-year period, you're less and less able to do more and more. But through keto, I'm more and more able to do more and more. So it's like reversing time. Even though I'm still 42 years old, when I'm in a full state of ketosis, when the fluid is not heavy on my body, I literally cannot tell the difference between my physical body right this minute and when I was 16. Now, if I eat a cookie, I'm definitely 42. Might even be 50. Hard to say for sure. But as long as I'm in a good state of ketosis, I feel like a teenager. I feel great physically. I feel great mentally too. But it's very difficult sometimes to act like you got some sense, even when you got some sense, because it's like certain things. It's like an antibiotic. When you start to feel better, you're like, I feel good now. And then you slide. And then you don't feel so good no more. Then you have to go back on the antibiotic. So it's kind of like that. I don't know if any of you have had that experience, but I do that a lot, and I shouldn't. And I'm the reason the doctor warns you to take all of it, because I'll start to feel good, but like, I don't really, it's all right. Because I don't care for pills too much, but I know I'm supposed to take them all. So I'm the one the doctor warned you about, or the reason the doctor warned you. Because then I have to go back and say, okay, doc, I know you gave me antibiotics for 2 weeks, but I only took a week worth of them. And then I started hurting again. So I took the other week's worth, but now I feel bad still. And they'll have to give me more. Yeah, it's my fault. I am that person. I'm the reason we have warning labels, people. Not the one that says don't eat the bleach, but I'm the reason that we have warning labels. Oh my God. It's hard to admit stuff like that to yourself. And I just did for the first time. So but yeah, I still want to work towards that goal. I still want to try to get all the fluid off of me before January 1st, or by January 1st. Although 0.8 up is a setback, and it annoys me because I know it's because I ate a whole rotisserie chicken with a whole bunch of ranch. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to be strict keto. Although chicken with nothing on it, if there was nothing on it, but there was. We all know they put chemicals and everything because they got to fatten us up. We got to be plump little turkeys. But so yeah, I know that if I had left that rotisserie chicken alone and just did the Baconators yesterday, I'd have been fine. I would have been just fine. But I was not just fine because I ate a whole rotisserie chicken, and my belly's crawling. You better stop that. I don't eat. You ain't getting nothing. All right. I think I'm going to save the rest of the clip, see if Corey wants to weigh in, but I don't think she will. But just in case, we'll see how it goes, right? Oh, God, I weigh 170.2 pounds now. Now, look, that's not a bad weigh-in because I realize that is somebody's goal weight. I realize that 175 is somebody's goal weight, and I've already hit that and surpassed it. I realize this, but I'm also only 5 foot tall, so that's a little extra special pudgy, especially when you're talking about potentially being 13.8 pounds of fluid. That's a lot of fluid for a body to have on it and to feel not so good. So I'm working on it. I didn't do great yesterday, although I did good. I didn't carb crave. I didn't jump in to a bag of cookies or nothing like that. So I did good. I made my next meals keto. Just certain ingredients and certain additives and certain foods are just not as keto friendly for some people's body. And part of it was my fault, a bigger part of my fault. And I want to blame Thomas DeLauer a little bit. I was watching him and he said maltodextrin's not that bad, but it depends on you, for you and your body. For some of us, it's that bad. It's the difference between retaining extra fluid and letting go of more fluid. So I do think I'm back in ketosis now, though. I'm starting to feel a little bit better physically. I have gotten a little bit agitated. And I had a hell of a potty. The tinkle kind, okay? That's a good sign, though. I'm telling you, when you're retaining a lot of fluid and you go to the bathroom and you pee for like 30 seconds straight, you're like, that's keto pee right there. That's a good one. Huh. There went 1 pound. All right. So if I can do that all day, we'll be sitting pretty tomorrow. But we'll just have to see how that goes. So, you know what? I might not wait for Corey to weigh in. If she does weigh in, there'll be a clip after this video. If not, guys and dolls, if you need my ketogenic help, if you need to ask me any questions, because I know all this stuff, I just don't act right and do all this stuff. It sometimes is often a do as I say, not as I do, because I know how to do it. I just don't always act right. And that trips me up on my own personal journey, but I can help you with yours. So if you have questions and concerns, my contact information is in the description section. You can also visit ketodiamond.com. It's all written out plain simple, tell you how to get your macros, and if you need help getting them otherwise, you can still email me for them. It's got a full foods list over there, which I need to go through again because I think I could really switch that up a little bit. There are ways to support the channel in the description below. By the way, for anybody who sent gifts and stuff that I haven't received yet, don't worry, I'll keep an eye out for them, but we know the U.S. mail is just so delayed right now. I did get 2 Christmas cards yesterday, one from Barbara O, but I don't have it here with me, so I can't show it to you. I do appreciate it, and she'll be getting one back. And then I got one from an anonymous person. They didn't put anything on it, no return address, no name, nothing. So to that person, thank you so much for the Christmas card, but I can't return you one, which that might have been the point. So there are ways to support the channel in the description below. I think I just said that. And cool links to Shashka bracelets and various things that you can get at a discount that you don't need but you might want, so you might as well save $1. Much love, many prayers. See y'all later.